Craig Bowl and the Cowboys have done it again. Wyoming will make its 18th bowl appearance in program history at the Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl in a matchup with Ohio. Thanks for joining us and welcome inside the Mountain West Network studio. I'm Bridget Howard. Let's head on out to Laradice and bring in the voice of the Cowboys, Kevin McKinney. Kevin, my friend, it's great to see you. Thanks for making time for us today.
Always a pleasure to see you too, Bridget. Thanks.
Well, the Cowboys and Craig Bowl certainly have a lot to be proud of this season. They were the fourth youngest team in the country, won 4 games decided by a touchdown or less, and secured all 3 of its rivalry trophies this fall. The offense got a boost in 2022 from Utah State transfer Andrew Peasley. He led the team to 5 come-from-behind victories, passed for 1,388 yards and 9 touchdowns, leading the team with 1,718 yards of total offense. Well, Andrew Peasley, he's dealt with some injuries, but what has he meant to this Cowboys program this year?
Well, he's just an outstanding leader, number one. And that really was interesting from the outset on his arrival. I think the team really gravitated towards him and looked at him as a leader. And he's been a calming influence to a lot of young players, for sure. And it just really, to me, the key of the season was to have him at quarterback and the way he played. When he was out, Wyoming did not play well. But when he was in there, didn't make many mistakes and really did a nice job for this team. And I really think a great part of where Wyoming is right now is thanks to Andrew.
Well, on the other side of the ball, the defense was headlined by Mountain West first-teamer Easton Gibbs. The middle linebacker finished the regular season averaging 9.2 tackles per game, which ranked 3rd in the conference and 23rd nationally. Wyoming has a pretty nice lineage of linebackers in Logan Wilson and Chad Muma. Now they've got Easton Gibbs. When you watch Gibbs play, how does he make that company proud?
Well, he's one of those guys that he's very smart, number one. And so he's always where he should be. He's an outstanding tackler, and again, like Peasley, a very good leader for the defense. But he's a guy that's everywhere. He's always in the right place, it seems like, and he's just made a huge impact. He knows the lineage that he's following, and he's very proud of that. He's not maybe quite the same size as those other 2 guys, but he sure makes tackles like they did, and he's been really the quarterback of the defense.
Well, Gibbs became the 61st Cowboy in the 126-year history of Cowboy football to record 100 tackles in a single season, with 111, which also ties him for 29th best single-season tackle total in school history. Well, the Cowboys will match up with the Ohio Bobcats in Arizona. After posting a 3-9 record in 2021, the Bobcats had a remarkable turnaround this season with 9 wins. Head coach Tim Albin was named MAC Coach of the Year, and freshman running back C.A. Bangura earned MAC Freshman of the Year accolades. Quarterback Curtis Rourke, though, was also named MAC Offensive Player of the Year, but after suffering a knee injury, it'll be C.J. Harris at the QB spot during this bowl game. Harris has only started 1 game this season for the Bobcats, but he's got some weapons around him. So what stands out to you about this Ohio offense?
Well, I think it's very interesting, Bridget, because it's kind of like a mirror image of what Wyoming does. This team loves to run the football. They've got 2 old school coaches who like smash mouth type football, and so they run the ball. You mentioned the running back Bangura. He's an outstanding player. Very difficult to lose your starter, who's the player of the year, and that was a tough break for them with Rourke going down. But they do like to run the football like Wyoming does, and so I would imagine that the Cowboys will see a steady dose of that through the game. But they do have some other weapons. Their receiving core has been outstanding, and that running back is a load. Cowboys obviously are going to have to really do a good job against him. But I think this is a very well-coached, hard-nosed football team, much like Wyoming. And so it should be a very interesting matchup from that standpoint.
Well, it should absolutely be an exciting matchup between the Cowboys and the Bobcats. Kevin, we appreciate you making the time for us as always. Enjoy the warm weather in Arizona and happy holidays.
Thank you. Always good to talk to you, Bridget.
Well, that's Kevin McKinney, the voice of the Wyoming Cowboys. The Cowboys and Bobcats will kick off the Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl at 2:30 p.m. Mountain Time on Friday, December 30th in Tucson, Arizona. The game will be broadcast on Barstool streaming platforms, the Mountain West Network, the Mountain West app, and GoWyo.com. From the Mountain West Network studio, I'm Bridget Howard.